In this session we're going to have a look at how transfers work within DocHaven. Now every time you go and take out a project, or you boomerang a project, or you put away a project, it's actually using the transfer window to send that project back up to the cloud, up to a server, or retrieve it from the server if you're taking it out, or copying it out, or viewing it. Now what's actually happening behind the scenes is it's actually sending it to a normal FTP server, a secured FTP server up in the cloud. Now you may want to have a look at what's happening in the progress of a transfer, particularly if it's a very long one. So the way that we view the window, the transfer window, is we click on the window menu here and choose transfers. And you can see the window as it appears there. Now if I click on this little triangle in the corner, you can actually see more information, and you can close it if you need. Now what shows here is a list of the log of the information as it was sent up or down. So in this case I'll take this particular project here and I'll do a boomerang, and what'll happen is you'll see first of all that particular project will list in the queue. You can put as many different projects away. All of them will go in the queue. As soon as the current transfer is finished, it'll move it from the queue up to the top, and only one item is ever transferring at one time, whether that's going up or coming down. After it's completed, then this list up the top here will show all of those transfers that have already been completed. If you want to get rid of the list of all of the previous transfers, you can click on the clear button. If something is currently transferring and you want to stop it, whether it's going up or down, you make sure you highlight the top one in the list and click stop, and that will actually stop that transfer. If you had done a number of options and they were in the queue, what you can do is highlight them in the queue and go remove, and it'll remove that particular function from the queue. Now pretty much everything goes into the queue here, not just take out and put away functions, but things like exports and archives and backups. All of them come into the queue and are processed in order. Now you can go in and change the items in the queue, but you can't change the order of the current transfer. Okay, let's just have a look at that in operation. So say for example I click on this particular project and go boomerang, you'll see it appears in the list, and then pretty much straight away it jumps up to the current. It doesn't put the version number in yet, it has to work out what it is. It has a look at the project, sees that in an uncompressed format it's 5.8 megabytes in size. In compressed format it's dropped it down from 5, almost 6 megabytes down to 2 megabytes. So it's compressed it to about the third its size. It then goes through and sends that now 2 megabyte file up to the FTP server. You can see it going here, tells you how long it has taken and how much time it thinks that it's got to go. So it's got about 3 seconds to go. Once it's finished copying, it then
finish boomerang of new 2012 accounts.
Says completed here. Okay, that's the transfer now finished, and it puts the version number up there. Now if you do have more than the set number of versions, like if you're set to keep 10 versions and you put the 11th one up there, as well as the transfer, you will see the progress going through here showing it deleting the previous versions as well. The most useful thing is probably the transfer progress up the top here, so you can see how far through it is. Or if you're wanting to move quickly, you can come down here and see how much time is remaining for the current transfer to be completed. So if I, for example, click on this item here and go boomerang 2 times, then what will happen is one will go up the top, and you'll see the other one waiting in the queue there. There's no reason why you can't put as many items as you want into the queue. And just sit there and wait till it happens. If you ask it to quit DocHaven while a transfer in progress, You either have the ability to quit without finishing that change, or you can say yes, please wait until the transfer is finished. It'll finish all of the items in the queue, and only once all of the items in the queue have been finished will it will actually quit you out. In this case, I'm going to remove this second boomerang because there's no point, and that gives you an idea.
Finish boomerang of new 2012 accounts.
That gives you an idea of what sort of things happen there. So if we want to close this down, there we go. That's the simplified view of all the different processes that have been going on. If you do want to sort things in the queue, you can click on column headings. If you want to get a copy of all the transfer messages, you can highlight it and copy it to the clipboard. Okay, that's how the transfer window works. If we click on transfers again, it'll hide that window, and hopefully that will prove useful for you if you want to have a closer look at what's happening when it transfers a file. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.